Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. We're going to be talking about Liverpool today. That's it. That's all you need to know with this video. We're just talking about Liverpool today, the game today, the season that's obviously still happening and dragging on, it seems, and everything else in between. But before we get into all of that, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you're new. Both things are always very greatly appreciated. But for now, let's get on with this video. Let's talk about this video again. It seems to be it's the same topic that I'm talking about with the Reds. Another dreadful performance. Another embarrassing performance. Another humiliating performance and result for the Reds. Again, in what is a season, like I say, that is dragging and dragging and dragging. It's healed somewhat. In a team that something is clearly wrong. Something is clearly wrong within this team, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. There are rumblings coming out. There are things that are being said that this club that has been, from the outside looking in, seemingly so well run for a while, is now crumbling and capitulating from the inside. We've seen it this season numerous times that happen on the pitch, and now it seems to just slowly be filtering. And for a club that has kept their cards so close to their chest in terms of their strategies and everything that's made this club so great these past several years, is all starting to come a little bit unhinged. And I'm definitely worried as a Liverpool fan from the outside looking in. First of all, we're going to talk about today. We've got to talk about the result today. It was obviously an embarrassing and humiliating 3-0 defeat to Wolves. Now, first and foremost, congratulations to Wolves. They deserved it, definitely deserved it. There's no bitterness or saltiness in regards to that. They were the better team. They ultimately deserved it, so on and so forth. Great win for them. They obviously do need it, being near the bottom of the table and everything. But when does this end? Like, I said in my predictions that I back Liverpool to win, and obviously I will back my team through thick and thin. But now it's getting to a point where I don't even believe my own hype, my own predictions. I wasn't even that confident in predicting a Liverpool win. I thought maybe, a draw would possibly be the likely outcome. I didn't really expect Liverpool to lose, and especially lose that heavily. Obviously a 1-0 defeat could have happened or something along those lines, but to lose 3-0. The last time we scored a goal in the Premier League was against Brentford, and that was the end of December, beginning of January, sometime around out there. So it's been well over a month now, or around about a month, since we've actually scored a goal in the Premier League. I can't remember. I think the last time we won a game was against Leicester, which was the game before that Brentford game, at least in the Premier League. Won a game in the Premier League, and that was because of two very fortuitous own goals. Like, I've got no idea what's going on this season. I've got absolutely no idea how abysmal this team have come under. Several short months ago, we were competing for everything. We were on the verge of greatness. We were on the edge. We could literally taste an achievement so unbelievable and so phenomenal in winning the quadruple that we were in touching distance of doing that. Several months later, like I say, we're nowhere near that. We aren't finding ways to win games anymore. Our team looks completely shot to pieces, mentally, physically, even emotionally. Everything is going wrong at this club, and I want to know why that is. And I know that a lack of investment is a big part of it, but like I say, I feel like there's something more There's something more internally with this club. That's something going wrong. Something with the hierarchy, something with the powers that be, something with the people that are making the decisions behind the scenes and everything else. Yes, the players obviously need to take the blame. They are not performing good enough. These are good players. These are definitely good players. But the fact of the matter is that I'm seeing these players not even make 5-yard passes, not complete 5-yard passes, not do the simple and basic things that a footballer should be doing, not doing the things that have made this club so great these past several years. It's part of the reason why I call them Space Jam FC, because if you've ever watched the film Space Jam, It's kind of like that. The aliens come down. They take the talent, the ability of the famous basketball players and the very talented world class basketball players, and they use that talent for their own gain. It's like that here in this scenario, and like I say, it's gone beyond the point now where I'm angry. I kind of just expect this sort of thing now. Hence why, like I say, I'm calling Space Jam FC. I'm just riding out this season now, it seems. This season is over. And I'll get more into that a little bit later. But you can't go into a game against Wolves. With all due respect to Wolves, who have been pretty poor for the majority of the season. I know they've got a new manager, and obviously he's trying to resurrect this team and so on and so forth. But to concede 3 goals to the lowest scorers in the division, baffling to me. And it's individual mistakes as well. Individual mistakes and a ton of poor performances. And again, I don't get it, because this was a team that has got world-class players in them. I know it. I've seen it for the past few years. I know that there is world-class talent and ability within this squad, but they're not showing it. There's nothing there anymore. If I was to tell you that this team won pretty much everything, or did win everything that there is to win in England and in Europe over the past few years, you would not believe me. You would not believe me right now, because it's just that poor. And just going off on the performance, especially like today, everything is going wrong. When you look at today, it was a sum up of the entire season. It's individual mistakes, poor performances, no one stepping up. There's no, other than maybe like Andy Robertson, there's no leadership on that pitch. Like I say, decision making's all wrong. We're being bullied. We're being physically abused by every other team. We're being outran by every other team. We're being outthought, outthinked, outsmarted, whatever you want to call it. It is being done against us, and it's shocking. It's poor. And like I say, you can look at the lack of investment, and there is definitely an argument there. There is a lack of investment because, as I've said time and time again, the key foundation, the key platform, the key baseline for what makes this Jurgen Klopp system work, tick, and be so great, and has been so great over the past few years, is that midfield area. If that midfield area falls apart, the whole system capitulates right from the middle. When that is not when that's not on form, when that is not firing all cylinders, the whole system falls apart. And we've let it go stale, we've let it go old, we've let it we've just left it completely out of negligence and neglect. It's just been completely overlooked. Like, yes, we've supposedly tried to get a couple of midfielders in, but it's not been enough. And when we haven't brought in our plan A midfielders, we've simply gone, right, we'll wait for the future. We'll wait for the future. We'll wait for the future. We'll wait for this transfer window, this transfer window, this transfer window. It doesn't work like that. It can work like that when you're on the way to building up, as it has done. Hence why we waited for the likes of Virgil van Dijk and so on and so forth. That works when you're building and you're going on the way up. But when you're already at the peak of your powers, you have to reinforce, you have to strengthen. And now Liverpool are paying for that. And yes, it's easy to say that in hindsight, but it's true. And again, like I say, the midfield area more than anything in this team has been neglected, and that is a massive part of why this season has failed, in my opinion. But I'm also now seeing, and have seen for the past few games, it's growing beyond that point. Alisson Beck has been phenomenal all season, in my opinion. Easily the best player in this Liverpool side. And I know that's not exactly the bar being set high, but he's been incredible, and he doesn't deserve this. But our defence are making very basic mistakes. Our defence are making the same mistakes time and time again. They don't look like they're confident on the ball. Like I say, the entire team looks shot mentally and shot physically. But they look scared. They look scared of making a mistake. They look terrified of having the ball at their feet. And of course, in this system, you need to be confident with the ball at your feet. It's baffling, it's frustrating, it's mad. No one wants to take responsibility, no one wants to step up and take ownership and leadership of the entirety of the situation. Like I say, you've got world-class players that are not performing at that world-class level. They're so poor and shot right now, it's unbelievable. You got defenders making mistakes left, right, and centre. They look like a bunch of strangers out there. They don't know what they're doing. They've got no idea whether to press, whether to hold back, whether to let someone else go, where to run. All of these basic things, it's all gone. It's all it's all gone within a season, and I just want this season to be over with, because effectively this season is over now. Like I say, the season is fully over when that final whistle goes in the second leg against Real Madrid in the round of 16 stage of the Champions League. That's when our season is officially over, but there's absolutely no way in hell a miracle is going to happen if we play like we did today, and we have played for the past several weeks. Of course, we could save up some of our good performances, I guess, for Champions League, but it will take a miracle, like I say. So I'm not entirely confident at all now. Never was. With how the past several weeks have gone, with how this past several months have gone, really, to tell you the truth. But look, anything can happen in football. I want to try and stay positive on the Champions League thing, but it's very difficult, and I genuinely think that once that final whistle goes against Real Madrid in the second leg of the round of 16 stage of the Champions League, that's when Liverpool's season is officially dead. Officially dead. Top four out of the question. Title race absolutely out of the question, obviously. No FA Cup, no Carabao Cup. Champions League will be gone. It's all about making sure we stay in the Premier League, and that is baffling to even think about at the beginning of this season. Like, I don't think it will get that far, obviously, but you know, stranger things have happened, and well, I genuinely don't know when we'll actually win our next game, to be honest. Even Everton today, winning against Arsenal, looked pretty good under Sean Dyche instantly, and I know that could be like a new manager bounce kind of situation and everything, but even so, I mean, it's baffling to me. And like I say, the problems do stretch beyond the pitch. Like, there are problems completely on the pitch. Jurgen Klopp has to take responsibility for that. He also has to take responsibility for stuff off the pitch in terms of the recruitment situation. Maybe not demanding enough behind the scenes. Maybe overlooking some of the growing problems that this Liverpool side have been having, or have had over the past couple of years or so, that may have started off little but then have grown and grown and grown, and until we got to this point. Because obviously, like I say, from the outside looking in, I can say whatever I want. He has the statistical data and analysis at his disposal. He also talks to the players and sees the players every day, so he'll have more of an understanding. I just don't understand why things have been getting to this point without him acting and doing something about it. Like I say, everyone has to take responsibility. The coaches, the people behind the scenes making decisions, the powers that be, FSG, obviously. Like, it's all terrible. It's all gone completely wrong. It's been an absolute train wreck of a season, and there's very little hope left of anything happening this season that's going to be miraculous or phenomenal or incredible. And there's so much unclear right now about the club. That's also another thing. If things were a little clearer and there was maybe a little bit of optimism left, maybe if we had some clarity on injuries, for example, or if we had some clarity on, you know, the FSG thing. They were going to be selling up before the new year, and now everything's gone a little bit quiet on that. Are they selling up? Are they not? Are they just looking for some shares to be sold? What's going on with that? There's a lack of clarity there. There's a lack of clarity over transfers. You know, is this Jude Bellingham legitimate, or is he going to be, you know, going off to Real Madrid or wherever it may be in the summer instead of us, despite the fact that we're doing apparently so much work to bring him to a club that obviously will probably be without Champions League football for next season, and maybe even European football altogether, and they're obviously in need of a rebuild. They need to rip this entire team apart, it seems. Even the attackers, like, Mo Salah's disappeared off the face of the earth since, obviously, the World Cup's resumed. I don't know where he's gone. If someone can find him, that'd be great. It'd be amazing if someone could actually find him, or him to rediscover his form, or whatever it may be. That'd be amazing. Just shocking. Just absolutely shocking. Just, there's a lot that needs to be answered for. There's a lot of clarity that needs to be given to the fans, and everyone's at fault. Everybody at that club is at fault. The players need to take some responsibility and some leadership. The manager needs to be completely honest. Stop deluding himself a little bit. Change something. Something has to change. Like I say, FSG needs to pull the finger out a bit more. The people that are in power making decisions, I don't know, there's something internally wrong, because before, decisions were being made left, right and centre, and they seemed great. And they seemed like they would work. And even ones that didn't quite work out could be easily papered over or changed or whatever. And now everything seems to be going wrong. Everything seems to be going wrong this season, and I don't understand why. And I say, today's result just basically painted an entire picture for me of how this season's gone. Mistake after mistake after mistake, not learning from those mistakes, continuing to do them, and then obviously conceding 3 goals, the lowest scoring team in the division. I don't know. I want the season over and done with. This season is dragging its heels right now. It's not great. It's not great at all, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better, probably. Like, I want to be positive. I want to be optimistic, but this club has given me nothing to be optimistic about. Nothing to be excited about for the future. You look at Chelsea and how poor their season is. At least they've got some optimism behind them by throwing loads of money at the squad, and obviously having Graham Potter, and they're at least building towards the future. They've got optimism and enthusiasm for a future, for like next season to be bigger and better than ever, throwing loads of money at it. We're going to be stuck with the same average midfield, it seems. I don't know. I'm hoping, obviously, things will change, things will get better. But I want clarity on this situation. And every situation that's involved with Liverpool right now is, like I say, it's not great. But as I always say, these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of this whole Liverpool thing this season, whatever the hell this is? I guess you'd call it an absolute train wreck, to be honest, of a season so far. I'd love to know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, on Liverpool, on today's result especially, down below in the comment section, because I'm sure it'll make for interesting reading. Otherwise, hit that like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new and want to see more content like this. Both things are always very greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been... whatever this has been. Fletch Talks video of the highest. I didn't want to do this, but I have to express everything that I'm feeling right now with this club after today kind of video. Now I'll see you and speak to you all again soon in another video.